Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the 5 Minute English Podcast. This is Jessica, and today I'd like to share a story about a volunteering experience that really changed my perspective on life. A few months ago, I volunteered at a local animal shelter near my neighborhood. I've always been an animal lover, but I never truly understood how much effort and dedication it takes to care for rescued animals until I spent time there myself. The shelter housed around 50 animals, mostly abandoned dogs and cats, and the staff were doing their best to provide them with food, safety, and affection. On my first day, I felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. I didn't know anyone there, and I was worried that I might not be helpful enough. But the staff welcomed me warmly and patiently explained my tasks: feeding the animals, cleaning their cages, and spending time with them so they could learn to trust people again. At first, it was physically tiring and emotionally challenging. Some of the animals were frightened or aggressive because of their past experiences. But gradually, I began to see how small acts of kindness could make a huge difference. There was one dog named Max, a small brown terrier, who had been very shy and scared. After a few days of gentle care and attention, he started to approach me and wag his tail. That moment filled me with an incredible sense of joy and accomplishment. During the 3 weeks I volunteered there, I learned more than I ever expected. It wasn't just about helping animals. It was about developing empathy, patience, and teamwork. I also built friendships with other volunteers who shared the same passion. Together, we supported each other through long days, messy cleanups, and even rainy mornings when everything felt harder. What surprised me most was how deeply fulfilling the experience turned out to be. Every time I left the shelter, I felt lighter, happier, and more connected to something bigger than myself. It made me realize that volunteering isn't only about giving, it's also about growing. Since then, I've tried to stay involved in community work, like organizing donation drives and joining environmental cleanups. These experiences have reminded me that true happiness often comes from serving others and contributing to the well-being of our communities. If you've never volunteered before, I truly encourage you to give it a try. It doesn't have to be a huge commitment. Even a few hours a month can make a real difference. You'll gain new skills, meet inspiring people, and most importantly, discover parts of yourself you didn't know existed. Thanks so much for listening today. I hope my story inspires you to take that first step and try volunteering in your own community. See you next time. And remember, when you give your time, you also give a piece of your heart.